Hello everyone. Today in this video I'm going to talk about one particular song from a latest Assamese movie. And the name of the song is it's called Panchuna from the movie Kanchanjangha. By now most of you uh, may have already listened to that song, heard that song, and you may have also liked that song. And maybe by now you have also watched a movie called Kanchanjangha. But why I'm talking about this particular song called Panchuna, it's because it's a Rabha folk song. And here in this video I'm going to discuss about whether or not Zubin should have included this Rabha folk song in his movie Kanchanjangha. This is a Assamese movie. So first, the initial reaction is that everybody would like that song, everybody loves that song. It was a very beautiful song, marvelous, sung very much beautifully. That's the initial reaction. But when we think deeply actually about the context and about the if we think about the Rabha culture, then we can uh, think about more about whether this song should have been included in the Assamese movie or not. So first, it's like many people will think that yeah, it's a good step by Zubin because many people are now coming to know about Rabha people, Rabha folk song, and all that. But the first thing is that this song, Panchuna, it's a folk song and it's a song of bereavement. It's a song of loss. The song of losing someone else. So I don't know how Zubin had incorporated that context in the movie. I have no idea. I have not watched that movie so far. Uh, but what is very much striking is that how he used that song, how he used that Rabha folk song in his movie. Like I don't think there is anything about the Rabha people or Rabha tradition or Rabha culture. I think there is nothing about that. So my point is, if there is nothing about Rabha culture, Rabha tradition, or Rabha tribe, then how can he insert that particular Rabha folk song in his own movie? Because as we all know, folk song are kind of they have a cultural value. They have a they have their own identity in terms of cultural value and all that. And when we talk about the Rabha tribe or Rabha culture, they have their own identity, they have their own system of identity. And when all of a sudden someone inserts a particular song from a particular tribe, a particular folk song from a particular type, that becomes a kind of issue. And this is not a very simple kind of issue, I think, because the song why he is using, I have no idea. Maybe because he want to disseminate, spread the awareness of common people about Rabha folk culture or folk song. Maybe that's his reason. That's Subin's reason. I have no idea, however, whatsoever. I mean, what will happen to the identity of the folk song? Don't you think people will kind of think that as something coming from the movie? Don't you think like that? Because the song itself, the original folk song itself, is running a risk of being viewed as a material culture. It will become very much a kind of something which is produced out of that movie. That's first. I think that's one very significant reason. And I think another reason is like just because someone likes one particular song, one particular folk song from another tribe, he just cannot insert that song in his own movie. For example, there are many beautiful folk songs in many different cultures, in many different tribes, even in our own Assam. But just because one likes that particular song, particular folk song, he just cannot insert that song for his own movie. Do you think he can? It's up to you. You need to think about that. I'm pretty sure the movie has nothing to do with the Rabha culture or Rabha tribe. He has just inserted that song. There's one more thing that like almost all the video songs are available in they are just available, they are uploaded by their official YouTube channel or whatever. Almost all the video songs from the movie has been uploaded. But what about this particular Rabha song called Panchuna? Why it was not available? Because I think the context in which Zubin has used that song does not gel with the exact context in which this uh, Rabha folk song is generally sung in Rabha tradition. I don't know what you think about this step by Zubin, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm not receptive towards such a kind of act which will inspire other people to use the folk song in their own Assamese movie. Folk song means especially the tribal folk songs in their own Assamese movie. I'm not receptive towards such a kind of act. I really don't like this actually. This is my personal way. I don't know what you think, what you people think. I have no idea. But personally, I am not receptive towards such a kind of behavior, be it Zubin or any other artist. I do not support that any artist in the future would do that. They would just take folk song materials and insert it in a Assamese movie without any link to the tribal culture. They just use this. I cannot tolerate it. That's what I mean. And for me, it's a kind of also a kind of a cultural pollution. I don't know what you think, but it's a kind of cultural pollution. In the mainstream Assamese movie, they are inserting all the folk songs in the Assamese movie, and there is no clue about that particular tribe or whatever. What do you think? Is it not a kind of cultural pollution? There's nothing about the Rabha tribe, and they are using this Rabha particular song. I mean, you people need to think about this. I mean, this is my personal subjective viewpoint. I think you will understand that. That's what I mean. Because there are many folk songs, as I told, that even in a Boro tribe you can find many good folk songs. But just because someday Zubin likes that particular song, he happens to listen to that song, he hears that song, and he likes that song, and he inserts particular song, particular Boro folk song in his own movie. This will not be tolerated now. That's what I mean. And one more thing, I personally I have no disliking about Zubin, or he is a great artist, I know, but I'm having a little bit difficulty. I mean, you know, to be receptive towards such a kind of behavior. I'm not comfortable. I mean, really. I hope you understand. That's it. Okay. Bye. If you have anything to say, make observations.